Welcome to the Dice Tower, a video cast all about the world of board games and the people who play them. This is the 2010 edition of our annual Top 100 Board Games of All Time, featuring the Vassal family.
Alright, I think we're not wearing green shirts this time, right? Alright, well, welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Tom Vassal, and this is Melody, my daughter. We're here to talk about 10 more of our favorite games, 5 from each of our top 100 gaming lists. So without further ado, let's check them out.
Number 55, Bedbugs.
Of all the games on this list, this is probably the one that you've seen the most. As Motorized shakes the bed, you're trying to go in there and grab whatever color bed bugs are on that turn. It's not necessarily chopsticks, using a tweezer, and then kids are going to like going in there and grabbing the bugs.
Bedbugs is a fun game to me because you're trying to take the bedbugs off the bed because the man does not want to get bitten by them, and you're just trying to get the bugs out of the bed to get the most points, and it's just a fun way that way. Number 55, Ruth Ed Calendar.
People often accuse me, and rightfully so, of liking light, fluffy style games. Games with a lot of theme, and I certainly do enjoy those. But I think I like deep, heavy games just as much, and Reef Encounter, even though it looks all nice and peaceful, with fish going into the reef, the game itself is cutthroat, heavy, deep, and strategic. You're basically building different reefs as the game progresses, and you're trying to build your reef to be the strongest and that basically take over other reefs so that you can use your fish and harvest this reef as the game goes by. There's luck in the game and how things come up, but it's how you play with that luck and how you deal with it and build these. You will be very surprised, I think, if you haven't tried this game, which has been on my top 100 for a while because it's that good.
Number 54, Gyro Galopo.
Giro Galopo is a horse racing game with absolutely stunning components. Little guys riding horses, and they're simply racing around a track. Players are playing cards from their hand. Then that tells you how far you can go, and you have to jump over walls that you put on the track, jump over the stream, and you have to know when to play the right cards because you can't play them until you've played all your cards. And that's basically it. It's a very strategic game for young people with some of the best components I've ever seen in any game.
I think this is a fabulous game, especially the best part is the artwork. The artwork is fabulous, especially about the horse and the rider and the board. Wow, I really like the part of how you're trying to make your horse jump over the obstacles in the river, and it's a really good game for children. Number 54, Kingsburg. Blah, blah. Take this one!
Kingsburg has been on my list now for a few years, and it's just a very fun game. Alien Frontiers came out this year, and I can see Alien Frontiers having the possibility of replacing Kingsburg for me. They have similar feels, and I like science fiction better, but for now, I still really do enjoy Kingsburg, where you roll 3 dice each turn, and then you will place those 3 dice on this board somewhere, choosing one of these spots to put on one of the advisors so that you can influence the king in different ways and get resources to build your tower. So, okay, join me, Queen. But anyway, Kingsburg is a very fun family game. I'm a big fan of rolling dice, but here even if you roll poorly, you can still use your dice maybe in ways to thwart your opponents. A great game.
53 is Formula D.
Formula D is a racing game, and you have all these different tracks that you're racing on. And what's cool about the game is that you're using different dice for how fast you're going. The smallest die only moves you 1 or 2 spaces, while when you're in 6th gear, look how fast you move with that 30-sided dice. All this is done on a really clever gear shifting board to show what gear you're in. If you're going too fast, you can lose tire points and such and skid out. The game also comes with different racers that you can have that might have special abilities. It's very expandable, lots of tracks, a very fun game, Formula D.
I love this game because it It's a racing game. I love racing games. And the cars are really well designed and it's really fun to go fast, but be careful on the curves. I just like this game because it has designed and played. Number 53, Age from Empire State.
Here we are with the first of the Eagle games that's on my list, and I do enjoy their big box games. I got 3 of them that will be coming up here in pretty quick, short order. But Age of Empires 3, which is based on a popular computer game, and really doesn't have anything to do with that computer game. Yeah, you're exploring in this game, but you're not building as quickly as you can and destroying your opponent's town like Warcraft style. But in Age of Empires, you have to carefully allocate. It's a worker placement game, and it came out before worker placement games were really that big of a deal. And this one works really well because you're taking your workers and they're not just a pawn that you put on a spot, but they're people that you're sending to the New World to colonize it, to evangelize it, to conquer it. You're trying to get ships, you're trying to get goods, you're trying to get money to bring them back to your country, whether that country be Spain or England or so. And this game just really works well. Yes, the box is gigantic, but the game works well. The game board's big, the pieces are beautiful, certainly belongs in my top 100.
Number 52 is Kinder Bunnies.
Kinder Bunnies is one of those games that as we've made this list and I look at it, I'm thinking, why is Kinder or Kinder Bunnies even on Melody's list? She's probably out-progressed Kinder Bunnies, and she'd probably be better playing Killer Bunnies. And I think the simple reason is she just hasn't played Killer Bunnies. Most of the Kinder Bunnies in this box have migrated to my Killer Bunnies set anyway. So I'll play Killer Bunnies with her this year to see if she likes it. But meanwhile, why do you like Kinder Bunnies?
Because you're trying to save the bunnies from dying and also feeding them and letting them drink water to also prevent them from getting sick and dying.
So would you like to be killing other people's bunnies?
Yes, but I like to be saving my own.
All right.
Number 52, and Pandemic.
Pandemic has been on the list for several years now, and it's another fun game. It's not quite as good as the next one, but I mean, it's great. And the thing I like about Pandemic is it's just so accessible. Pandemic is a cooperative game in which each player is trying to stop the outbreak of 4 viruses that are destroying the world. You need to stop them. You need to stop these diseases, so you work together. When you add the expansion, which came out last year, Pandemic is just fantastic. You'll play it many times and everyone gets behind a theme. I mean, who's opposed to stopping disease? So it's a great game. If you can see, it comes in a small box, probably a little too small, but still very fun. It can be very, very challenging and yet very rewarding when you work together to stop these diseases from eradicating humanity.
Number 51 is Horse Fever.
Horse Fever is the second game that has made both Melody and my list. And this is one of the newer games. We just got it this year. One of the reasons that I like Horse Fever so much is that it's so exciting as you watch the horses. As you bet on the horses to see which horse wins. But I think Melody, not so much the betting, but which horse is yours and to see your horse win. What do you think about Horse Fever?
It's a really fun game and it's an awesome title because the horse racing part is really fun.
And when you play this, you play it with a lot of adults. Do you win?
Sometimes. Number 51, Defenders of the Realm.
Defenders of the Realm just ekes out Pandemic, and you wonder why I'm mentioning them together, and that's because they have very similar feels to them. Here, instead of stopping viruses from destroying the world, you're stopping rampaging orcs and... Why are you stealing my wallet? Skeletons and other things from destroying the humanity, or the realm anyway. It's very fantasy style. Each person plays a different character, an orc, an elf, or a ranger, or a warrior, and they all work together. And with the expansion, I think this one's going to be even more varied than Pandemic. It's certainly big and grandiose, like all Eagle games are, but very fun, and new addition to the list, but worth playing. Well, that's it for this time. We have now finished half of our list. 50 games are done. Alright. Sorry we're not getting them out as fast as people want. There's real life things in here, and Melody just joined a safety patrol. That keeps us busy. All different things going on. But we do have 50 more great games for you. Keep your eye out. They're on their way. Until next time, I'm Tom.
And I'm Melody.
We'll see ya.
Bye.
Tune into our next show for more Top 10 gaming goodness, or check out our website at www.thedicetower.com for more reviews and top 10 lists. Until next time, I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.